to another Gundam custom session. So this is now part 3 of my current work in progress, which is the Perfect Grade Gundam RX-78 GP01/FB. And from the previous video, which was part 2 of the shield, the photos I posted within the group, which is G Club UK, which is run by Japan Cool, I was asked about my shading technique, or what shading technique did I use. And for that I used a 3-stage shading system. So I'm going to do a bit of the tutorial, because I've got all the armour bits here for his leg. And I thought, do a bit of tutorial as I'm doing the parts anyway. That way you can see the process that I do, and hopefully you can take that away and apply it to your Gundams. Primed last night and left 24 hours to dry. I always leave my primer 24 hours before I apply any other coat. So now that's all done and dusted, what we'll do is I'm going to take me 2 seconds to set up, and then we'll crack on from there. See you in a second. Right, so I'm all set up ready to go. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly talk through how I pick out the paints for a 3-stage shading system. And what I do is I pick out the main colour that I want to go first of all. So in this case for me it's dark sea grey, and I actually said on the previous video, which was part 2 of the WIP progress update, dark sea green for some strange reason, and that's Tamiya XF54 dark sea grey. So that was the main colour I wanted to go. Okay, so from there I then picked my colour that I wanted for my dark shaded areas, and then my light colour for my centre shaded, lighter centre colour. Okay, so in this case I went with, for my dark shaded areas I went for dark grey, which is XF24, and for my lighter highlighted areas from the centre outwards I went for sky grey, which is XF19, which gives you that colour range there. And this sort of shading system can be applied to any sort of colour that you please. So for example, red, blue, yellow, green, anything you want. But for the shading and the highlighted areas, you've got to stay within that same colour range. So for red, you'd go a darker red, and for the highlight you'd go a lighter red. Okay, and the principles apply through any other colour as well. So what I need to do with this is I need to do my shaded areas. So I'm going to start off with my XF24, my dark grey, and what I've done is I've labelled them 1A, 2A, 3A. Therefore then if I actually run out of paint, I can keep all of these ones and I know which colour it was. X24, X54, XF54 sorry, and XF19. That way there's no confusion, just to make things a little bit simpler. And what I'm going to do is just give this a shake, move them out of the way. And all I'm going to simply do with this, just give it a quick spray, make sure everything's coming through okay, is around the edges, is lightly colour it in, like so. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around the whole piece. So it starts to look like that. Okay? And you're going to do this all the way around. So anywhere where you want your shading. So for example, I'm going to do it around the centre here, around the bottom, and all along the outline. That way then, when I apply my second coat, which would be the dark sea grey, I then filter over the whole piece with the dark sea grey, and not too much to basically cover where I've shaded. I'll show you more on that as we go along. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to crack on with this piece, get it done, and then show you the end result. Right, all you can see what I'm doing there, guys, is you can see around here it's quite a fine edge, very sharp. So what I'm just doing, to finish it off, I'm just blending it a slight bit. So hold the airbrush further away and just around those areas. Just to help it then, when I go to place the dark sea grey on top, it helps blend it in. But that is all there is to it. This is stage 1 of the 3-stage shading system. And when you're doing your shaded areas, you don't have to be dead accurate, and you don't have to have dead straight lines or anything like that. You're best having just, as you can see, it's not straight, it's uneven, and it helps with the effect of when you actually then put your other coats on, blend everything in. So for now, guys, I'm going to do the rest and leave them to dry before I can apply another coat. So for now, that is all. I hope you enjoyed this video and the future stages of this process, and I hope to see you all again soon. So for now.